Hey everybody, today's a little bit different video than I normally do. Today I'm not going to build something, I'm going to talk a lot about what I have built. This is my official entry for the 2021 InterNETional Car Show. I was thinking we'll start by taking a ride in the old rat truck, and then we'll bring her back here in the shop and we'll take a guac. You know, when you walk and you gawk, a guac. If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Dave. This is Hammered Ironworks channel. Here we go. Yo, let's go for a ride. I tell you to buckle up, there's no seat belts. Hey, make yourself comfy. I rolled up the window, you stay warmer. Doors. What this is a 1965 Ford F100. I bought it as a basket case from a friend of mine. He cut me a good deal on it. He had dreams of building this, but then turned his attention to something else. He turned me onto this, and for him it wasn't really done on the outside, but when I saw this old girl, I knew it was in full paint already. I didn't need to mess with anything. Alright, we're all fueled up. Let's go for a little bit of a ride to an old abandoned lot. We'll look this thing all over. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to just talk over everything. Sorry about that. On my YouTube channel, I'll actually put up a video without all the narration. Thank you to Boss Garage for giving me a chance to get this truck out there. This is my loader tire chain tailgate. Welded that up to 327 links. Made the latches right here out of railroad spikes and some scrap and nuts and bolts and a lot of thinking. Looks sweet. Works good. Right there you can actually see my stake pocket delete cup holders. I got my touch mark stamped into those railroad spikes. This is my oak treasure chest. Man, I don't work with wood, but I was able to pull this off. Check out that skull with a keyhole nose. I haven't made the key mechanism yet, but I don't really need to lock it. Those are forged anchors that I used with some 6-liter Ford head bolts to actually make a latch. Put all this banding on this to make it look like a treasure chest. It looks like Captain Crunch's hat. Sweet. So I made this cobweb in memory of all the cobwebs I had to clean out of the cab of this truck. Yep, that's right, it's a saw blade. That was actually made by a company for a sawmill, but then they sold it to me as soon as they knew that I needed to have some sort of a fender flare on my truck. Don't really have an e-brake, but I do have a part and a wooden e-brake. Old school. My wicked West Coast. Man, didn't I spend some time coming up with these things, but I love them. Couldn't find anything I wanted. I was able to forge everything out, make them the same. Left and right actually look the same, which is hard when you're making stuff. This right here, I actually rusted it all up with a solution, but I put stickers on there for the F100 and the Ford. That way they'd pop. I made this visor out of a saw blade that my buddy had an impulse buy on at an antique barn. He gave it to me. It worked out awesome. V8 emblems. I made that out of Volkswagen springs and some square stuff. Check it out on my YouTube channel. 4 trips to 3 different log yards to find the right size log with the right curve. All those spikes are made out of F-250 U-bolts that I forged and cut into spikes and then welded onto those caps I made. Man, that took some work, but that front bumper makes a statement. Oh yeah, here's my other emblem. Believe it or not, they look pretty similar. Making 2 things alike is not easy. That's a Focus ST tip for you tuners out there. That's basically connected to some dumpster exhaust I found, some Flowmaster 44. Right now I'm unscrewing my 6-liter head bolt hood pins. A little bit of an iron cross theme. I've got shock bushings on either side of that hood, so it actually is cushioned by rubber. Tilt nose, way overbuilt hinges. Talk about bracketry. Check these things out. I'll zoom in. If you follow me on YouTube, you know I love working with metal. I just don't really paint much or make it shiny. I suck at that. Besides, multiple layers of paint, Bondo, and rust are in. There you go. Check that stuff out. Adjustable so I can get my bumper lined up right, and rugged as all hell. It's actually got a F-150 front control arm bolt that holds it all together. And this is where the front end clip of the 1998 F-150 comes together with a 65 rear frame. This is the 4.6 liter out of the 98 F-150 that powers this thing. So right here is my PCM that runs this 4.6 liter out of the 98 F-150. It's basically stock, but it's weatherproof in there. Got some tools and even some wood to shim it up. God, did I spend too much time making this battery box. This was supposed to be quick. So a couple weeks ago, I just started an Instagram account at hammered.ironworks. Come find me. I usually put up pictures of my most recent project I'm doing. So everything leverages right off those hinges. They had to be rugged. Here's my 6-liter head bolt hood pins. They might not work good to keep head gaskets from leaking, but they're really good for a hood on a 65 F100 RATRUCK. We'll head back to the shop. I'll show you the lights and the inside. The RATRUCK makes its own car show no matter where you go. Everybody, all ages, male, female, they love it. I love this truck. Let's head her home, clean her up. This truck is no trailer queen. I drive it everywhere. The dog and the old lady love it. We'll take it anywhere we need to go as long as the roads are dry. My nephew got me these nuts off a bulldozer. That's right, one tire fire. Alright, now it's time to clean the inside, then I'll show you around. I hope you're drinking a shelf soda right now. I know I am. That's my cup holder, can holder, whatever, shelf soda holder. So my stepson painted these up with some graffiti-like print. That right there is a transfer case chain welded up into a handle. This shifter is pretty trippy. Check out that handle. And that right there is wrought iron from a grain silo over 100 years old. That shifter boot come out of Home Depot plumbing section. It's like for your stink stack through the roof of your house. That right there is a forged railroad spike head into a Punisher skull. This truck was made in June of 1965. That's the owner's manual. Weight reduction. More graffiti. More transfer case chain handles. And that right there is a wooden wedge to keep that window from slamming closed at 60. 56,000 miles. Doesn't work. Some of the lights do. There's my dash. That's an OBD tooling. That right there is another railroad spike that's actually been forged into a Punisher skull for a gas pedal. Band-aids and the high beam clicker. Ammo can from a radio. Check out this earbleed sound system. Those are Wake Boat power speakers. That flowers from my son's wedding when he used this truck. Those right there are way better than fridge magnets. It's like a magnetic sticker I cut up. A lot of the harnesses are wrapped up in this skull tape. It's made for a hockey stick. Parts and service sign comes from where I work. You'll notice the arrows pointing behind me because I am not at work. Vintage bazooka tubes. That's right, buddy. From the 90s. brother-in-law hooked me up with these headlights when he knew I was building this project. These things knew everything, colors and every stuff with the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth in my phone. Here's the inside at nighttime. I've got some underseat glow, old school, no LEDs. No, I went to the truck stop and picked those babies up. When it's nighttime, cruising this truck through town is sweet. It still turns heads, even when it's dark. I made this Ford emblem by beat steel into submission, cutting it out with a plasma, put reflective tape behind it. So my buddy who sold me the ingredients to make this truck, he's got a saying. He says, you don't pick them, they pick you. That's true with this jalopy. Oh, that front bumper. Man, that front bumper. Spent some time on that too. That wiring, that looks perfect. Reverse lights are key. Man, I was happy this stuff didn't blow off the trailer. Oh, that treasure chest, man. Oh, forging that skull. Yep, that took some work. And my anchors. Okay, so I actually bought some parts. Oh, my dog, Bella. I hope you all enjoyed this video I slammed together. Did the best I could on my cheap little cheesy phone that I got from, the Mark of Walls. Stay cheap, cheesy, and crafty. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell thingy on the YouTube. See you later.